You need a leader and a manager.
You need a leader manager combination. When you have good leadership skills, good management skills, you become an influencer of people. Like the ultimate is influence.
Hey, Gary, between the leader and the manager, if you had to pick one of those for a CEO, which one of those would you pick?
I mean, results. I mean, I want visionary leaders. They love people. They'll get people around them, but they don't always drive results. And in a small business, you have to have results. Look at my history. Carnegie and Frick. Carnegie, great leader. Wrote the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Who was his CEO? Do you guys know his CEO's name? I just said it. His name was Frick. You ever heard of the slang term, what the frick? People say that. It comes from his name. He was a jerk, but he got results, right? There's a reason why one of his employees walked into his office and shot him in the neck with a gun. Frick took the gun out of his hand and beat the guy to death with it and still lived. Like, he was a nasty man. Like, he was mean, but he got results. It's funny to me that Carnegie found him as his opposite. And that's how Carnegie built his whole thing, is he built it based on his leadership and Frick's management. Now, Frick did some really unethical things. I'm sure if Carnegie had to do over again, he probably found somebody who was more aligned with his values. But Carnegie, he didn't. Frick hired a whole militia to go in and kill everybody that formed, a protest about working for them. He literally had them all shot. So, that's not a day and age that we're in today, right? But again, we're looking for results. We're looking for somebody who come in and get the results of the business.
So really, from what I'm understanding, is you need a leader and a manager.
You need a leader manager combination. When you have good leadership skills, good management skills, you become an influencer of people. Like, the ultimate is influence.
I know a lot of you want to be wealthy and successful. So what does it take? It's not about working harder. It's about finding a proven path to success and modeling it so you don't have to work so hard. I would not be where I am without videos and channels like this. I used to struggle massively in my businesses until someone showed me the way. I now own multiple businesses that run on their own and have become a multi-millionaire and have been listed on the Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing companies multiple times. If you want to become successful, you not only need to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification buttons, but I can personally notify you when I interview top successful people and even possibly join in on the masterminds that I do. I might even have something cool to give you for free. Go to tonyjavier.com/connect and find out what we have coming up and what you can plug into. Now back to the show.
So if you don't have management skills, then hire it. If you're not a good leader, then hire that. But we need those combinations in order to have a successful business.
That's a big aha for me, because I feel like I'm a good manager driving tasks and results, but I'm not always the greatest leader.
Yeah, and that's okay. We just got to get somebody else to build the culture and inspire people, which is why you answered no to those questions earlier.
Yeah,
but it's okay. You have high potential, but now if I went back to the management assessment and asked you a question about management, you would be like, oh yeah, do you like to get results? Do you like to make money? Your answers would have been more of a yes there.
Yeah, for sure.
So then it's like, okay, so now you have more skills around management versus leadership, and then we got to augment the leadership with somebody else. That's why if I'm going to do something that de-energizes me, I have to do it early in the morning before my energy's gone. I have to do it first in the morning, because I will have no energy, and I want to build my energy back up by doing everything throughout the rest of the day that energizes me. All my calls that I feel like I'm going to get no energy from, anything I do in the company that's going to de-energize me, it's all scheduled for 7 a.m. because I have to get it out of the way after I got out of my cold plunge, after I meditated, after I've done the things that energize me. I have to then go at those because it's going to drain my battery. And then I know as soon as I get over that hump, I'm going to spend the rest of my day in things that energize me. And so you have a good observation there, Noah, because anybody can modify. That's the whole point, guys. Anybody can modify. The truth is, when you modify more than 50% of the time and it drains your battery, that's when you're going to de-energize. And then you're going to get depressed, and then you're going to burn out. And then the heart's going to stop caring. And now the results are going to stop happening. And then you're going to feel like you're just failing. And then you're going to go down a spiral path of like, should I even do this anymore? That's what happens every freaking time. I've done this a long time to see it happen hundreds of times. And then the health gets affected. And then your family gets affected. And then you start blaming all those things. Well, maybe it's my marriage. Maybe I need to get divorced. Maybe I need to do this. Maybe I need to shut my business down. Maybe I start a new business. No, it's because you haven't focused on you. You haven't focused on leading you first. And because you didn't do that, everything else suffers. That's where I love to live. If somebody told me I could speak from Caesar's Palace stage every week for the rest of my life, it would be like giving me a B12 shot right in my rear end. I would be on target all day for that. You tell me that I got to come in and I've got to help you manage your employees and I've got to drive results in your business. Nope. But my team does that. That's why he says he has the best coaches, because I do. They all have high tenacity. They come in and drive results. What am I there for? Teaching, training, galvanizing, rally, inspiration, keeping you guys pumped up. That's what I'm there for. She's there to get the results out of you. That's why we work well together. Driving your processes, documenting your processes. I got people on my team do that. It de-energizes me. I'm certified in Six Sigma and it still de-energizes me. So this is where I need you guys to live. I need you to take a couple weeks here and I need you to start writing down what you do. And you got to figure out where you get energy and where you de-energize. And then you have to start building extensions of yourself. And once you get good at it, you 10x it. You do it 100 more times. And when you get to the point where you're setting in no more processes in your business, then you're in the owner's box, and that's freedom.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, you are definitely going to want to watch this one. Hit that subscribe button and go to tonyjavier.com/connect to stay connected.